What's up, guys? Well, we have found ourselves in Louisiana where a trooper is going to explain why he hit a handcuffed man. And you would think, for transparency, they put this out, right? Incorrect. The news almost had to file a lawsuit to get to it. Even through the Freedom of Information Act, they fought to hide the video. Then, some information you would think, based on all the information that is out at that point, for transparency, they would release the rest of it, right? Nope, they tried to keep that shit hid. It was leaked and they're not happy about that. Anyway, Louisiana, that's where we're at right now. Also, 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button, it's free.
Good evening to you, friends, on this Monday. Thank you for joining us here at 6. I'm Greg Merriweather.
And I'm Elizabeth Vowell. A judge today ordered Louisiana State Police to hand over surveillance videos to the WABI team that show a trooper slapping a handcuffed inmate.
So we start with the videos, what they show, and exactly why State Police hoped you would never.
And I know what you're thinking. That's from 2022. That's old. Yes, that's how long they've been hiding this shit.
See it, and that the video would never make it to our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto. Chris is here. He's got the first of 2 reports. Chris, good evening. What can you tell us?
Good evening, Greg and Liz. The incident landed a state trooper in very hot water 4 years ago, but later on, when Colonel Robert Hodges took over as state police colonel, the trooper's discipline got wiped off his record. And with that, some at state police hoped it would also wipe away the public's chance of ever seeing what actually happened. The man in the red shirt, handcuffed in the front of his body, is a suspect who just crashed his car and was arrested for DWI in Avoyelles Parish near Alexandria, Louisiana. Standing in front of him is Master Trooper Matthew Clare, the man who made the arrest. To the right of the trooper is a Sheriff's Department lieutenant who works at the jail. Watch now as Trooper Clare is about to do something that would turn this routine night,
and then wait till you hear his excuse,
into a full-fledged state police investigation.
Well, he had me in the jail, and he was mad because I was talking to him, and he just hauled off and slapped me while I was in handcuffs.
In the moments leading up to the open-handed slap, the suspect is clearly unhappy, but we cannot hear what he's saying to Trooper Clare since the videos are from overhead jail surveillance cameras.
Most people that are incarcerated are unhappy. These dickheads can get over it.
Cameras with no sound. When a 5-member state police review board watched the videos, only 2 of the 5 deemed the slap to be excessive force.
Yes, let's let this helicopter go by that has been flying around and flying around all damn morning.
Meaning the final decision rested with Colonel Lamar Davis, who headed up state police at the time. Davis watched the videos and found it was indeed excessive and suspended Trooper Clare for 40 hours without pay.
Oh, that'll teach him, won't it? No, they're going to rescind that.
But that discipline was wiped out when Clare appealed, citing that state police had missed a required 14-day window to start their investigation. Then, when Colonel Robert Hodges took over at LSP, Clare had his punishment reduced to a non-disciplinary letter of counseling, along with back pay. Here's Clare,
wait till you hear the rest of it,
in his own words 4 years ago, explaining his use of force during an interview with Internal Affairs.
The purpose of using that force was not only to protect myself or Lieutenant Overby, but to...
He is so full of shit.
...stop the threat.
Clare had handcuffed the man behind his back, but jail staff moved the handcuffs to the front as he was being booked into the Avoyelles Parish Detention Center.
I couldn't do nothing. I was in handcuffs. I couldn't do him nothing.
Trooper Clare told investigators the trouble all started as he and an arrestee were heading to do a breathalyzer, which he later refused to take.
Well, he had become uncooperative during the trip to the jail. Or not to the jail, but to Marshville.
Yes, and you are taught how to deal with that. Not be an asshole.
He began complaining of his hands, the handcuffs, and it kept on. He made remarks about, well, I don't think you can wear these handcuffs, and He just kept saying he wasn't a criminal.
The Avoyles deputy who witnessed the slap is Lieutenant Cliff Overby. During his interview with state police, Overby never
Can we appreciate all the overweight?
Said he felt threatened and thought the trooper's actions were justified. He did say, however, he thought using a gas canister would have been a better option. Trooper Clare told investigators he definitely felt threatened, keeping in mind that an inmate handcuffed in the front
He never so much as made an attempt to raise his hand.
could have physically attacked him.
And I asked him what his correct address was so I could make sure that I had that information correct on the paperwork. And he said, I don't know. He said, put heaven. And he said, that's why I'm going to be heaven. He said, you're going to be there working my fields. And then a little while later, he said, I made comments about you and just the police profession in general. You need to repent. And I didn't take that as he was expecting the next coming of Christ. I took that in a threatening manner.
How is he in danger and I'm in handcuffs in the jailhouse?
He's telling me that
I must sound like a Sean Grayson excuse.
I'm gonna regret this. That I need to tell me I'm a bad policeman. That I think he made comments on me being racist. Just running me down. Just being belligerent. And that's when he
Still no excuse. You gotta have thick skin, dumbass.
threatened that he would whip my and he made threats that when he saw he was going to whip my he had started towards me. And
If I had a nickel every time my husband came home from work when he was in law enforcement and told me how many people told him if he didn't have that badge and that gun, they would whip his ass. And we just laughed about it.
he came at me more aggressively than he had before, and it was more to his stride, and it was just an aggressive stride towards me, and it was just threatening, and it was just a look about him. It was just, I took it as a threat that now he's going to strike me.
We requested an interview with Colonel Robert Hodges about this situation. We did not hear back, but Hodges told the men and women of the department today they believe their trooper was a victim of assault and has a right to privacy. We put his full statement on
Was a victim of assault. If you saw him being assaulted, raise your hand.
WAFB.com. As for the suspect, he entered a guilty plea to DWI and simple assault because of his threatening words. A judge suspended his sentence and placed him on probation. For the WAFBI team.
Anyway, next.
Now on how we got here, the denials from state police and what members of the Louisiana State Police Commission were told about the trooper's actions.
Our Dion Guillory continues our coverage.
State police denied WAFB's public records request 3 different times, at one point even saying they had no responsive records, as our I-team tried time and time again to get copies of these videos showing Trooper Matthew Clare slapping a handcuffed inmate in Avoyles Parish in 2022. The head of state police at that time suspended the trooper without pay, but that all got wiped away when a new head of LSP, Colonel Robert Hodges, took over. Hodges agreed to change the discipline to a letter of counseling, something that also needed the approval of the State Police Commission during this hearing in 2024. Commission members were told by this attorney for Colonel Hodges that when Trooper Clare slapped the handcuffed inmate, he used an outdated form of training and that he would receive new training.
In this instance, he
More training, more tax dollars, more BS.
slapped an individual that was approaching him in a prison or a corrections officer, and that was his way of bringing down the situation.
The commission approved the request to change the trooper's punishment to a letter of counseling, which does not go on his record as discipline. It's something commission member attorney Euless Simeon questioned at the time.
So how is a letter of counseling going to enforce the need to stop reacting under the old system and start
It is not.
acting under the new system?
Well, the counseling will also come with training opportunities for Trooper Clare to be able to get him in the mindset of using SSGC over his training that he currently.
Will it also come with release of footage immediately? It will not.
That he's currently working off of.
Are those opportunities going to be mandatory?
I believe so. Yes, Your Honor.
You believe or we know?
Colonel Hodges is focused on training, whatever is
He just lied to the judge. He did.
required for his troopers to do what they need to do out in the field. He's going to make sure it happens.
When WAFB had to sue state police to get copies of the videos, the lawsuit went before District Judge William Jordan. He watched the videos in private and ruled Monday morning the public does have the right to see them. As for the troopers' discipline being wiped away, the judge said after personally seeing the videos, he believes there may be even more questions as to why that happened. WAFB is represented in this case by attorney Scott Sternberg. State police have told him they will not appeal the judge's decision. Both sides are set to be back in court in May to see if the judge will order state police to pay WAFB for its legal fees. Dion Guillory, WAFB 9 News.
Dion, thank you. You can watch both.
So is there more to the story? There always is.
All right, Steve, thank you. The WAFB I-team reporting tonight, state police have now opened an investigation to try and figure out who leaked video to our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto.
Remember the interview we saw with the trooper? They're not happy that got out.
It is underway to see who had their hands on that video and when. Here's Chris now with new reporting on the story who first broke earlier this week.
WAFB filed a lawsuit against Louisiana State Police last year after they repeatedly denied our public records requests, asking them to turn over video of one of their troopers slapping a handcuffed man. We aired that video this week along with a little something extra, and that something extra is now the focus of a probe at Louisiana State Police.
And when he got within arms in close personal contact, open hand struck him.
Or, I don't know, you could have took a step back.
Across his facial area.
This is State Trooper Matthew Clare being interrogated by state police investigators looking into his possible use of excessive force in slapping a handcuffed man 4 years ago. Someone secretly leaked this video to us, and when we aired it this week, it rattled some cages at state police. Now top brass at LSP are trying to figure out who's the leak. Multiple people at LSP spoke to us on condition of
So instead of releasing it for transparency, they're trying to figure out who leaked it. And if they figure out who leaked it, trust and believe they will get rid of them. Likely bring them up on charges.
Anonymity. One of them saying, quote, "The continued use of public money in an attempt to hide things from the public is evidence they don't want transparency. The public is fighting itself with its own tax money."
The public is fighting itself with its own tax money. Absolutely.
Another saying the investigation they opened exposes the continued lack of integrity from LSP. It's really sad. And another told the I-team LSP is looking into who leaked the interview. They want to hide everything because they will not be able to control the narrative.
My perception was that he was going to strike me, or he was going to try to harm me.
This Q&A between Claire and investigators shows what he was thinking.
Also, I'm wondering if he's married with children. Just wondering.
When he hit the handcuffed suspect. State police opened a use of force investigation in 2022. Last year, the I-team requested videos of that incident through a public records request. Numerous denials and refusals by state police to release that video led to WAFB filing this lawsuit against the state's premier law enforcement agency. Their trooper, Matthew Clare, originally suspended for 40 hours without pay for using excessive force. That discipline was reduced to a letter of counseling in 2024 under new state police colonel Robert Hodges. State police refused to make the slapping video public, leading WAFB to file suit. This past Monday, a district judge sided with the I-team and ordered state police to hand it over.
And he came at me more aggressively than he had before. And it was more to his stride, and it was just an aggressive stride towards me, and it was just threatening, and it was just a look about him. It was just, I took it as a threat that now
he is married. There's a wedding band right there. Somebody might want to check on his wife. I'm just saying.
Now he's going to strike me.
Raphael Goyeneche is a longtime corruption watchdog and former prosecutor. He watched the video of Claire's slap and believes the trooper broke the law. But he has never been charged, and just weeks after getting his disciplinary record wiped clean, he actually got a promotion.
He got a promotion. But of course he did.
I think that, he could have been charged with a crime. That trooper could have been charged with a crime.
The handcuffed man who was slapped pled guilty to DWI and verbally assaulting the trooper. State police maintain Trooper Claire was the victim here and therefore has a right to privacy. That should have prevented that video from being...
No, they work for public. Public wants to know what's going on. Public has a right to know what's going on. Public pays for everything.
...released. For the WAFBI team, I'm Chris Nakamoto.
Thank you, Chris. Anyway, that's where we're at with this one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button. It's free. Let me know what you think about this one, and I'm out.